Hello, welcome to Liverpool FC News Today channel. Are reportedly weighing up a bid to sign a new central defender in the January transfer window, with Virgil van Dijk likely to miss the rest of the season through injury. The Dutchman underwent successful knee surgery this week, but while Liverpool have yet to put a time frame on his return, he faces a huge fight to play again this term. And the loss of Fabinho and Joel Matip to muscle injuries have exacerbated the Reds' issues at the back, with Nat Phillips handed his Premier League debut for Liverpool against West Ham on Saturday night. While he impressed, it remains to be seen whether the 23-year-old can maintain his level of performance should he get a run of games, and he is likely to be handed far tougher tests than the statuesque Sebastian Haller. Matip's fitness woes have limited him to just 2 league starts in the past 12 months, and the Cameroonian continues to be dogged by niggles. And while Van Dijk's absence is sorely felt, so too is Matip's. The two are by far Liverpool's most dominant defenders aerially. Last season, Liverpool ranked third highest in the Premier League for the percentage of aerial duels that they won, taking away the duels in which Van Dijk was involved, however, and the English champions rank second last. Without Matip, Liverpool rank absolutely dead last. That's despite the 29-year-old only making 9 league appearances last term. Put plainly, without the Bear, Liverpool are far too vulnerable to long balls, crosses and set pieces for a team of their quality. Despite Fabinho's frame, the Brazilian is relatively average in the air. In the league last season, he won 2 aerial duels a game on average, although those numbers come from him playing in defensive midfield rather than in defense. Joe Gomez, by contrast, managed to win 2.5 per 90 minutes in the Premier League, and the 23-year-old is not nearly the same commanding presence of Van Dijk or even Matip when the ball's off the ground. And while the likes of Reece Williams, Phillips and Billy Koumetio are highly rated at Liverpool, Klopp seemingly wants to add another more experienced option to his ranks. A report from claimed Jules Kound, Pau Torres, Ozan Kabak, Mikla Mathienko and Dayot Upamecano are among the players being considered. RB Leipzig's Upamecano, available for around £40 million next summer due to the release clause, is the most attractive proposition on paper. The France international is arguably the highest rated young centre half on the continent and has a wealth of experience despite being just 22 years old. Among his many qualities, Upamecano is pacey, excellent on the ball and strong in 1-versus-1 duels on the ground, but there is one aspect of his game that suggests he might not be the best option for Klopp's side. Last term, he only averaged 1.9 successful aerial duels per match, which ranks well below the statistics posted up by Van Dijk, 5 per game, and Matip, 5.2 per game, and even below Gomez and Fabinho. Given Gomez, the most likely partner to any new centre-back for as long as Van Dijk is out, is similarly average aerially. Liverpool surely needs someone better at dealing with balls into the box. Not just that, but given Gomez has never scored for the Reds, while Van Dijk and Matip have 10 goals and 4 goals respectively, they need a defender strong in the air to give them some threat at offensive set pieces, too. While there is no doubting Upamecano's talents and he would undoubtedly be a significant upgrade on the younger stand-ins available to Klopp, there is good reason to believe a more dominant aerial player would have a bigger impact for the Premier League champions. In that respect, Shakhtar's Kabak, who managed 2.9 aerial wins per game in 26 Bundesliga appearances last term, or Sevilla's Kound, who mustered 3.2 wins per game in 29 La Liga 2019-20 matches, might serve as better options. Liverpool will also be aware that a new addition of Upamecano's quality would come expecting regular game time, and once Van Dijk is back, his starting spot is guaranteed, leaving Gomez, Matip and another battling for the other position. While Upamecano's arrival would allow for more rotation, Since Van Dijk's arrival, Liverpool have generally tended only to switch up their centre-back partnership when injury has necessitated changes. Though as domestic and European challengers, Klopp needs a plethora of strong options at the back. Upamecano signing would put a question mark over the head of Gomez, and the German boss is clearly a fan of the England international. A player like Shaxtabak, who has less experience than Upamecano, might be a better option given he would not have the same expectations of starting week in, week out, particularly given he clearly has a high ceiling. But most crucially, the Turkish international is the strongest in the air of the 5 players supposedly shortlisted by the Reds recruitment team, and Liverpool cannot afford to ignore such an issue.